जना वल्लभा यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदा यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण जय राधा गोविंद श्री राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा Jaya Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Jaya Nitai Gaurango, Jaya. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Tamashoke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Reading from Canto 10, Chapter 59, text number 27 to 29. The name of this chapter is The Killing of Demon, Naraka. The 29th verse is there on the board. We will recite. Tvam vai shikshur aja utkatam prabho. Tvam vai shikshur aja utkatam prabho. Tamo nirodhaya bibharshya samvrita. Tamo nirodhaya bibharshya samvrita. Sthanaya sattvam jagato jagatpate. Sthanaya sattvam jagato jagatpate. Kala pradhanam purusho bhavan para. Kala pradhanam purusho bhavan para. Tvam vai sri srikshur aja utkatam prabho. Tamo nirodhaya bibharshya samvrita. Sthanaya sattvam jagato jagatpate. Kala pradhanam purusho bhavan para. Tvam vai sri shikshur aja utkatam prabho. Tamo nirodhaya bibharshya samvrita. Sthanaya sattvam jagato jagatpate. Kala pradhanam purusho bhavan para. You can recite. Word by word meaning. Tvam, you, why, indeed, Sisrikshu, desiring to create. Aja, unborn. Utkatam, prominent. Prabhu, O Master. Tama, the mode of ignorance. Nirodhaya, for annihilation. Vibharshi, you assume. Asamvrita, uncovered. Sthanaya, for maintenance. Sattvam, the mode of goodness. Jagata, of the universe. Jagatpate, O Lord of the universe. Kala, time. Pradhanam, material nature. In its original, undifferentiated state. Purusha, the creator, who interacts with material nature. Bhavan, you. Para, distinct. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. Desiring to create, O unborn master, you increase and then assume the mode of passion. You do likewise with the mode of ignorance when you wish to annihilate the universe, and with goodness when you wish to maintain it. Nonetheless, you remain uncovered by these modes. You are time, the Pradhan, and the Purusha, O Lord of the universe. Yet, still, you are separate and distinct. Purport. The word Jagatah in the third line of this verse indicates that the functions of creation, maintenance, and annihilation are here mentioned in a cosmic context. The word Utkatam indicates that when a particular function is being carried out, whether universal creation, maintenance, or annihilation, the particular material quality associated with that function becomes predominant. We'll have Mangalachara and then we'll start. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsya Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Rama वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे Guruvasana Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Devatari. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from the 59th chapter of Canto 10. The name of this chapter is the killing of demon Naraka. The Narakasur has been killed in this chapter till now. And the event sequence of events that have happened till now is like Krishna is now in Dwarka, and his first marriage has already taken place with Rukmini Devi, and thereafter gradually one by one other marriages have also happened, and simultaneously his first son has also took birth, and in the sequence of describing the marriage events of Krishna, gradually this event has also come up, the event of getting married with 16,100 ladies. So this demon Narakasur or Bhaumasur also we we know him because he was the son of Bhumi Devi, and Bhumi Devi's son, being the son of Bhumi, if Krishna tries to kill his own son also, because he was begotten by uh, Varaha Avatar. Varaha Avatar, the contact between Bhumi Devi and Varaha Devi. So it is in fact actually Krishna's own son only. He is Krishna's own son, Narakasur. But to kill his own son also, because he has deviated the path from the path of dharma because of wrong association, he has to take permission from his own wife, Satyabhama. Satyabhama, I'm going to kill uh, Narakasur because Bhumi Devi is expansion of Satyabhama only. Narayan's two wives are Sri Devi and Bhudevi, and Satyabhama's expansion is Bhumi Devi. So, so we can see here like even although Krishna is Abhigya Swarat, but he brings Satyabhama also along with him on this mission, special mission. Generally, on such missions, previously men only used to go alone. When there is fighting, when there is war, only men would go alone. But Krishna has taken his own wife also along with him. And riding on the back of Garud, he has gone to Prague Pratishtanpur or Prague Jyotishpur. Prague Jyotishpur. So the modern day Tejpur district of Arunachal Pradesh, and heavily fortified city. We see that like password protection, coding, and like the way we see here also. He has also got so much like heavily protected city, which was generally not able, like anybody would not be able to decode the passwords. But Krishna doesn't need password also. He breaks the machine only. Whatever machines were there, he completely destroys all the machines on the way. And simultaneously, many guards on the way, they also come, and they were also being destroyed by Sudarshan Chakra. And layer by layer, there were many. hurdles. And at the end, Krishna kills this demon. And when he is lying on there, then Bhumi Devi comes, and then from the inside palace, because he was living with his mother. And then Bhumi Devi starts glorifying Lord Shri Krishna. And there are sequence of prayers which are going on, like for last past 5-10 shlokas. So there are two more shlokas also. We will read those shlokas also, and then we'll begin. So 27, 28, 29. So 29 we have read, 27, 28. Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Vasudevaya Vishnave Purushayadibijaya Purnabodhaya Te Namah. Obeisances unto you, the Supreme Lord Vasudev, Vishnu, the primeval person, the original seed. Obeisances unto you, the omniscient one. Ajaya Janayitre Asya Brahmane Ananta Shaktaye Paravar Paravarat Paravaratman Bhutatman Paramatman Namostute. Obeisances unto you, O obeisance unto you of unlimited energies, the unborn progenitor of this universe, the absolute, O soul of the high and the low, O soul of the created elements, O all pervading supreme soul, obeisances unto you. And now today's shloka. Tam vai sisrikshuraj utkatam prabhu tamo nirodhaya vibharshayat samvrita sthanaya satvam jagato jagatpate kala pradhanam purusho bhavan para. Desiring to create, O unbound master, you increase and then assume the mode of passion. You do likewise with the mode of ignorance when you wish to annihilate the universe, and with goodness when you wish to maintain it. Nonetheless, you remain uncovered by these modes. You are time, the Pradhan, and the Purush, O Lord of the universe. Yet, still, you are separate and distinct. So, these are the few prayers composed by Bhumi Devi in glorification of Lord Shri Krishna. And simultaneously, Satyabhama Devi is also there. So, actually, if we see, Srimad Bhagavatam is a book of prayers. So in chapter by chapter, if we see from starting this holy text, Janmadhyasya Anvayaditartas Chartheshu Abhigyasvarat. Janmadi Asyada, this whole this work, which is creation, which is written by Srila Vyasdev. This whole thing starts with these words called Janmadi Asyada. How Krishna is the source of everything, and Adi. Janma is written. What is meant by Adi? Janma Adi Asya. Adi means etc. etc. But what is that etc.? The Janma is there, and maintenance and destruction is also included in Adi. क्रिएट कर रहे हैं तो मेंटेन और डिस्ट्रॉय भी तो कर ही सकते हैं भगवान. वाई इट इज जस्ट बाएं हाथ का खेल भगवान का. तो सृष्टि करने वाले समापन भी और मेंटेन भी, या फिर एक तरह से ही maintains this entire universe, cosmic manifestation. So here we see that this scripture begins with these words, Janmadi asya yataha anvayad itaratas chartheshu abhigya swarat. So Krishna is abhigya swarat. He knows everything, and simultaneously he creates, maintains, and destroys also. And here also Bhumi Devi is telling, desiring to create, O unborn master, you increase and then assume the mode of passion. Because when creation is required, then the mode of passion has to be there. Srishti Tattva mein Rajogun lagta hai. And simultaneously you do likewise with the mode of ignorance. Ignorance is required for destruction. And when you wish to, and with goodness when you wish to maintain it. जब आपको maintain करना है, सबका पालन करना है, तब आप सत्व गुण में आप पालन करते हैं. Simultaneously the same Lord takes different forms. Good avatar in order to create, maintain, and destroy this entire universe. The same Lord takes so many forms to just maintain his innumerable sons in this creation, to maintain his children. And what are they? Purusha avatars. Karanodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Shirodakshai Vishnu. Simultaneously he takes the form of Guna avatars also in order to maintain the entire all set of living entities. What are they? Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Sattvagun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. So he takes all these forms in order to just maintain his countless living entities and for just one purpose. What is the purpose of this entire creation? Why this creation has been ultimately came into existence? Why this creation has come? To just try to give every living entity to come an opportunity to come back to spiritual world, just to change the free will of the living entity, because we are so stubborn, हम इतने जिद्दी हैं कि हम घर लौटना नहीं चाहते, हम घर वापसी करना नहीं चाहते. तो भगवान, the supreme lord, the all merciful lord, he creates this entire creation just to make and simultaneously destroys it also, because everything created in this world has to be thrown into junkyard one day. But this all creation is just for giving all the living entities an opportunity to change the free will, because Krishna doesn't interfere into the free will of the living entity. भगवान श्री कृष्ण किसी भी जीवात्मा के स्वेच्छा पे कभी भी हस्तक्षेप नहीं करते. Then who does हस्तक्षेप? Who interferes with the free will of the jivas? Because Krishna, his nature is that I am neutral. Neutral होने के बाद अगर मैं, if I come into the free will of the living entity, then what will people say? That I am partial? I am impartial. I am equal to everyone. If I am interfering with one living entity, then I will have to interfere with all living entities, and that will be interfering with the free will of the supreme of all living entities, because I will be forcing myself upon them. So that's why Krishna doesn't interfere. But Krishna's agents are one step ahead of the jivas. When the boys don't come to the device programs in our college, then who goes with the laddu and pedas? Beta, आजा, फर्स्ट ईयर के बच्चे को हम पकड़ने के लिए आते हैं. Why you are not coming? Then the boy gives so many reasons. पेट खराब था. The simple reasons, पेट खराब था, या माथा दर्द था, कॉलेज का काम बहुत ज्यादा आ गया, इतना होमवर्क दे दिया. Then, and I have seen devotees are also very intelligent. They have answered to all questions, especially voice preachers. They will definitely encroach upon the free will of the jiva. Then no problem. They will give the solution also. And the boy is boiling inside. I am giving so many reasons, but he is not understanding that I don't want to come for the programs. I want to enjoy in this world. But the preacher, oh, it's okay, no problem. We will try to arrange something for you. You are not getting good prasad. Your stomach is not good. We will arrange prasad from voice for you, or some curd, something, or like something. And the boy is boiling up. No, he's not understanding why I don't want to come for the program. I want to enjoy in this world, but these people will take away all my enjoyment. Of course, he thinks like that. So that's why these are the, actually Krishna has given his attorney, power of attorney to the devotees, because he cannot interfere. He is impartial. He says in Bhagavad Gita, but his devotees are marketing agents, and they are being empowered by the Supreme Lord. You interfere. I will not interfere. तुमको काम देकर खा जाओ. To interfere with the free will of the living entity. You go and you change. And that's why devotees are in this way, in this respect, they are much more merciful than the Supreme Lord. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. So devotees are way ahead, and even though the so-called reasonings, devotees are they think that this is simply like this is genuine problem of the boy. अच्छा तुम्हारा ये प्रॉब्लम है, ठीक है, हम कुछ अरेंज कर देते हैं. But anyways, so this way we have also come into devotional service. Sometime like we didn't want to stay in temple because Gamcha was not there. Well, this is the reason. Gamcha is not there. Okay, I will arrange Gamcha. Okay, then I have no soap. I will arrange a soap for you. Just stay in temple tonight. Okay, for it, like we used to come for Saturday programs, Saturday evening night, and one night stay we would have in the temple, and that night stay would, like, because it was an austerity to take morning bath 3:30 4 a.m. and so many youth forum boys will be taking bath. You will not get hot water, and one Crompton geyser was there, and with एक अनार 100 बीमार, सब लाइन लगा के खड़े रहते थे। उतना कौन कष्ट करेगा, सिर्फ शाम को जाएंगे और लौट के आ जाएंगे। बट डिवोटीज वर सो मर्सीफुल, नहीं रहना है किसी भी हिसाब से, whatever bahanas we will try to give, whatever reasons we will try to give, they would not listen. Anyways, because of their mercy only we are here, and we all are here. The devotees, so that's why Krishna is creating this entire universe, creation, maintenance, and destruction. It's just for one purpose, to change the free will of the living entity. And for that purpose, huge creation has been created. There are so many universes, and even within one universe, there are so many planets, just to change one living entity. Every living entity, of course. So this is the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So here, if you see, Bhagavatam is a book of prayers. Bhumi Devi starts praying, verse by verse, and there are so many wonderful prayers. Bhumi Devi is telling, Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Vasudevaya Vishnave Purushaya Divijaya Purna Bodhaya Te Nama. Obeisance unto you, आपको प्रणाम है, हे वासुदेव, हे विष्णु, you are the supreme person. You are the only person created in the beginning, the original seed. You are the omniscient one. Purna Bodhaya. You know everything within every living entity's heart. So these are the glorification. Words of glory. Ajaya Janayitreyasya Brahmane Ananta Shakti. Obeisance is unto you of unlimited energies. You have unlimited energies. Out of which three are primary. What are these? Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatastha. Antaranga means internal potency, Bahiranga is Maya Devi, and Tatastha is we, the living entities. So, obeisance is unto you of unlimited energies, the unborn projector of this universe. Aja. So, sometimes we see, if like people have this doubt, like if God created everything, who created God? Discover yourself session 1 और क्वेश्चन, तो टीचर लोग पढ़ के जाते थे पहले क्वेश्चन आंसर, ये सब क्वेश्चन हमारा प्रिपेयर्ड रहता था. ओके, if the boy asks this question, we have this answer, right? Already we have. So because the mundane logic of this world doesn't apply on the spiritual world. The logic of this world is that everything created has to be destroyed, right? And something which has been created has to be created by something which is already there. So whichever is created has its origin somewhere in this world. So we start to tell, we have this doubt with the preacher sometimes when we are young, starting bhakti, who created God? Then we have to give some answer, some sort of logical answer. If a child sees a train bogie being pulled, he sees the last bogie and he asks, Papa, who is pulling that bogie? Then what will his father say? The previous one, previous bogie. Okay, then who is pulling that bogie, Papa? Then Papa will say, the previous bogie. And then the previous bogie, and then where these bogies are being pulled? Who is pulling these bogies? Then father says, what? The engine. Then father, who is pulling that engine? Engine is not being pulled by anything. He is being pulled by his own energy. खुद की शक्ति से ट्रेन का इंजन आगे बढ़ रहा है, और खुद भी बढ़ रहा है और पीछे वाले को भी लेके जा रहा है, right? Similarly, we try to give this logic that the Supreme Lord is someone who has no other origin. He is the origin of all universes. He is the origin of all Purusha avatars, Guna avatars, everything, all living entities. But he is the unborn, Aja, the unborn progenitor of this universe, the absolute. O soul of the high and low, Paravaratman Bhutatman, O soul of the created living entities. You are the Paramatma within every living entity. O all pervading Supreme Soul, obeisances unto you. तो जनरली द लिविंग एंटिटीज, हमारा सिचुएशन क्या है? जब भी प्रार्थनाएं शुरू होती है भागवतम में, तो हम आवर आईलिड्स गो लाइक दिस. बट भागवतम इज अ बुक ऑफ प्रेयर्स, एंड व्हेन वी आर ग्लोरीफाइंग द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड थ्रू दिस मटेरियल क्रिएशन, देयर आर सो मेनी प्रेयर्स. समटाइम्स especially 10th canto, I still remember one chapter was there. I could not finish that chapter only in my beginning days, and this was the biggest chapter of the entire 10th canto. प्रेयर्स बाय द पर्सनिफाइड वेदास. वेदों के द्वारा भगवान की स्तुति हो रही है. इतनी स्तुति कर रहे हैं भाई, मैं तो सो जा रहा हूँ, क्या हो रहा है? इतना बड़ा चैप्टर, पेज इतना मोटा है, बाप रे, कब खत्म होगा? बट दीज आर द टॉप मोस्ट प्रेयर्स बाय वेदास. वेदास आर ग्लोरीफाइंग. You are like, if we go into the the heart of all the living entities who are praying all this, all with wonderful shlokas, then we can understand how Krishna is so great. And when we understand that Krishna is so great, then automatically our heart bows down in devotion. So chapter 10, we see that Krishna is telling so many vibhutis. मैं ये हूँ, मैं वो हूँ, मैं ये हूँ, मैं वो हूँ. Among the maruts, I am the wind. I am among the mountains. I am Himalaya. Like, similarly, he says so many things. I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. So when we hear about the Supreme Lord, Shravanam is very much important. And how he is great. Aishwarya Gyan. Aishwarya Gyan, of course, 9th and 10th chapter, we see that Bhagavad Gita's middle is 9th and 10th chapter. And there is the topmost secret being stored of Bhagavad Gita. असली माल कहाँ पे छुपाया हुआ है? 9वें और 10वें अध्याय में. भगवद गीता के बीच वाले 6 अध्यायों में भक्ति योग की शिक्षा दी गई. And within that also, the 2 chapters, chapter 9 and chapter 10. And if you see chapter 9, he glorifies bhakti, and chapter 10, he glorifies the object of bhakti. And what is that object of bhakti? Krishna himself. Basically, he tells about himself only. He says, among this, I am that, I am this, I am that. So, among the demigods, I am Indra. Among Purushas, I am Arjun. Like that he says. So basically, why this Aishwarya Gyan is required? Aishwarya Gyan is basically required for making our heads bow down in front of the Supreme Lord. भगवान के सामने नमन जब करेंगे, ऑटोमेटिकली भक्ति का उदय होगा. तो ये उद्देश्य है हमारा, मतलब whenever these stutis are being told, and here when we are seeing these shlokas, that when Krishna wants to create all this, when he wants to create, maintain and destroy this entire, he only because of his own free will, he does that. And there is only for one purpose, he wants all living entities to come back to him, right? So recently I came, many devotees, with one of the devotees, I came across. So he is attending my classes from past 6 months. So he is actually a auto rickshaw driver, and he goes in Chingrihata route. One of the village batches, that person is also there. So from very beginning only, like the living entities in Kali Yuga, they take shelter out of which there are 4 people who take shelter: Arto, Arthati, Jigyasu, and Gyani. Jai Shri Nitai Gaurang ki, Jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. So, Arto, Artharthi, Jigyasu, and Gyani. But generally, in Kali Yuga, there is one category only: Arto, 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 and Arto. ठीक है? इतने लात जूते चप्पल खा के हम लोग, हालत खराब है हमारी, तभी जाके हम लोग भगवान की शरणागति लेने की कोशिश करते हैं. And that too also, which kind of living entities? Sukriti. Dushkritis, even though they are being kicked by the material energy, they will not take shelter. So this person started attending classes, and he was telling that last 2 years my wife is not staying with me. She has left me, and I went to my in-laws' place. I tried to convince her also, and my in-laws. Okay, please come back, please come back. And he has gone 2-3 times, and he has just got beatings and scoldings, quarrels, and nothing else. He tried his level best. Please come back, but his brother-in-law, साले साहब, and ससुर जी, सबको इस प्रकार से उसका तिरस्कार किया. मतलब he is grossly insulted in his in-laws place. So this thing was going on, and last 2 years, and somehow out of being distressed, he came to temple. Then within past 6 months only, his grandmother left her body. 6-7 months. Grandmother चली गई. उसके बाद माँ को stroke आ गया. My mother got stroke some days ago, and he was hospitalized her. His sister got admitted for some emergency purpose. Emergency. So one place his mother is admitted, and his sister is also there admitted. and simultaneously running again. Then my mother got paralyzed. Then she has to again learn walking. And similarly, his financial condition is also not that great that he will be able to pay nursing home fees also. Somehow he arranged some money from some places. And then later on, recently he's telling that some problem was there with, like, because medical, some breast tissue, some discharges was coming. I told him immediately, jaldi doctor दिखाओ, क्योंकि कुछ भी आजकल कलयुग में कुछ भी हो सकता है. And he got the test came yesterday. He sent that, and that was it was written infiltrating papillary carcinoma. Cancer is there, and the blood is oozing out and all, and he's completely like one thing after another coming. तो भगवान जब देते हैं तो छप्पर फाड़ के देते हैं, और जब लेते हैं तो धरती फाड़ के ले भी सकते हैं. ठीक है. तो Prabhupada would used to say that if God wants to give you something, how much you can take with 10 hands. If he gives, how much you can take with 2 hands. And when he tries to take away from you something, then how much you can protect with your 2 hands. So in one of the classes previously, because these things were happening, and this shloka came up. Yasyaham anugrinami harishet tad dhanam shanai. Tato adharam tyajantyasya swajane dukha dushtaram. तो ये जो this shloka, just I quoted in one of the classes, that Yudhishthir Maharaj, he had to go through so many difficulties. And when Srila Prabhupada, he tried to do some kind of, like, he wanted to assist his spiritual master in, okay, I will try to become financially richer so that I can assist Gaudiya mission. But whichever endeavor he was trying to take, he was not getting success at all. And then his factory got burned. The employees, they did something. They tried to make out money from his lab, this company, and the whole endeavor became bankrupt. And then Srila Prabhupada was like reciting this shloka, and he was somehow telling to Krishna that I am trying to please you, I am trying to serve you, but what you are doing? I am trying my level best to assist in my spiritual master's mission, but it seems that you are like हाथ धो के पीछे पड़े हैं कि आप मुझे सक्सेसफुल नहीं होने देंगे. 42 years, that person who has done for 11 years में उन्होंने क्या कर दिखाया विदेश में जाके, और वो व्यक्ति भारत में 42 साल रहा होगा, वो क्या कर रहा होगा वो. What kind of endeavor he must have done in 42 years. We can just imagine also. But somehow he was not getting success at all. So this shloka, when he heard, then he was fully tearful. And yesterday night he was telling, whatever happens, Krishna is taking away everything from my life. Yesterday night he was telling, everything he is taking away from my life. But I am not going to leave him at all. I will not leave. मैं किसी तरह I will not leave Krishna. আমি কৃষ্ণকে ছাড়বো না. ভগবান যতই আমাকে যতই কষ্ট দিক. So somehow if we see that this person is very newcomer, he has not read Bhagavatam that much, Bhagavad Gita, but bhakti is such a thing that automatically Krishna gives the sufficient maturity to every living entity if we are sincere enough to take shelter of him. He started telling that actually I have done so many sinful activities. That time I was not knowing that I am doing sinful activities. Now I can understand those times I have done so much wrongdoings with my relatives, with my wife, with my all of near and dear ones. So many wrong activities I have done, which I can understand now. That time I was not able to understand. But somehow Krishna is very merciful upon me, and I was also telling, see, someday or the other, mother would definitely leave. So there is nothing that, हाँ, of course the time gas is very short. एक के बाद एक कुछ ना कुछ लगा हुआ है आपके जीवन में. So utilize this opportunity to serve Krishna. Utilize this opportunity to take shelter of Krishna. But what happens is generally when the condition of this living entity is that when times are good, we go into cozy zone, right? And when we see hospital situation, like another devotee connected to me, she is taking care of ICU, intensive care unit, and I was also working once in ICU in our college. So as soon as I used to step inside this जस्ट मैं दायां पैर घुसाया, मतलब किसी तरह से पैर अंदर किया, इतना नेगेटिव एनर्जी रहता है, क्योंकि पीपल आर जस्ट सफरिंग, suffering and suffering. We have to intubate the person. 1 out of 10% will come out. CCU, yeah, ICU, ICU for the last time. ये है उसका ये. तो 1 out of 10%, 10% ही chances है कि वो शायद फिर से लौट के आ जाए. And that devotee was telling that I become so much discouraged when I see people suffering. We try to save that person. In one of the, she was telling that I revived one of the patients. CPR देते हैं हम लोग, electric current दे. And that person revived also in ICU. And he stayed for 1 month. But in that 1 month, he had to suffer more, much more than, it was better that he would have died only at that time. Because of me, but I feel that because I revived him, he had to suffer more. In that 1 month, he was intubated and again extubated. बार बार मुंह के अंदर पाइप घुसा रहे हैं, फिर पाइप निकाल रहे हैं, फिर उसके अंदर इतने सेंट्रल लाइन करना पड़ता है, यहाँ से लाइन घुसाना पड़ता है, because all veins are already gone. So you have to give saline and all medicines. From where you will give? So you have to give from there. And again, this gets bad, then you have to give from this. And again, if this also gets bad from this, then this. So many places. You are just piercing the person. And after 1 month, that person left this body. So after becoming devotee, we are able to understand the pain of other person. But when I was there also, I would see other devotee, other non-devotee friends, non-devotee staffs, non-devotee doctors. They just see a patient just as a subject. ठीक है, आया हाँ, इसको ये करके अपना काम करके निकलो. They are so insensitive. They have no heart also, that that person is also having a family. They have having a parents, children. Sometimes we doctors get irritated at patient. कितना दिमाग खा रहा है, मेरा माथा खा रहा है, इतने क्वेश्चंस हैं, ये क्यों हो रहा है, ये क्यों हो रहा है, पानी, ये दवा खाने के पहले दूं, खाने के बाद दूं, ये करूं, वो करूं, मैं बता दिया भाई. इतना समटाइम्स सिली क्वेश्चंस देखा. But when we become a devotee, when we are, because not becoming, being a non-devotee, we become irritated. But after becoming devotee, generally a person can understand that that person is having just a concern. He has a human. He becomes little more human. Then okay, ठीक है, प्रेम प्रेम से समझाने की कोशिश करते हैं. ठीक, that okay, don't worry. ठीक, चलेगा, तुम्हारे पिताजी, we can understand what pain you are going through. So becoming a devotee is the greatest blessing in this world, because then only we come into the human form, human platform. Otherwise, we are so much insensitive to people's needs, what people are going through. So this is the greatest blessing. Srimad Bhagavatam has come in this world after the disappearance of Sri Krishna. Krishne Swadham Upagate Dharma Jnana Adhivi Saha Kalau Nashta Dishamesha Puran Arko Adhunodita. Krishna has personally taken a form in the form of a book just to give himself to us. This is the greatest benediction. When we see the prayers, and when we see prayers, if we are really having tough times in our life, then we will see these prayers as the most best glorification, the like the most nectarian glorification of the Supreme Lord, which we can see with these prayers. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur's one Vaishnav song is there. Just 1 second. So, so we will recite, we will sing this song, a wonderful song, how Krishna is the Supreme Lord of everything. Wonderful song. Because creation, maintenance, and destruction is coming. And actually, it's said that Vaishnav songs are the post PhD. Like Bhagavad Gita is ABCD, and Graduate studies, Srimad Bhagavatam. Postgraduate studies, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Vaishnava songs are like post PhD, right? Postgraduate. So Tumi Sarveshwareshwar Brajendra Kumar. Tumi Sarveshwareshwar Brajendra Kumar. Tumi Sarveshwareshwar. Tumi Sarveshwareshwar Brajendra Kumar. তোমার ইচ্ছায় বিশ্বে সৃজন সংহার। তোমার ইচ্ছায় তোমার ইচ্ছায় বিশ্বে সৃজন সংহার। তব ইচ্ছা মত ব্রহ্মা করেন সৃজন। তব ইচ্ছা মত বিষ্ণু করেন পালন। তব ইচ্ছা মতে শিব করেন সংহার। তব ইচ্ছা মতে মায়া সৃজে কারাগার। তুমি সর্বেশ্বরেশ্বর ব্রজেন্দ্র কুমার। তোমার ইচ্ছায় বিশ্বে সৃজন সংহার। তব ইচ্ছা মতে জীবের জন্ম মরণ। সমৃদ্ধি নিপাতে দুঃখ সুখ সংঘাটন। মিছে মায়াবদ্ধ জীব আশা পাশে ফিরে। তব ইচ্ছা বিনা কিছু করিতে না পারে। তুমি তো রাখো আর পালক আমার। তোমার চরণ বিনা आशा नाहिया निज बल चेष्टा प्रति भरोसा छाड़िया তোমার ইচ্ছায় আছি নির্ভর করিয়া তুমি সর্বেশ্বরেশ্বর ব্রজেন্দ্র কুমার তোমার ইচ্ছায় বিশ্বে সৃজন সংহার ভক্তি বিনোদ অতি দীন অকিঞ্চন তোমার ইচ্ছায় তার জীবন মরণ তোমার ইচ্ছায় তার জীবন মরণ তুমি সর্বেশ্বরেশ্বর ব্রজেন্দ্র কুমার তোমার ইচ্ছায় বিশ্বে সৃজন সংহার Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Hare Krishna. So let us meditate on this Vaishnav song. That Nija bolo chesta proti bharosha chhadiya. Whatever abilities which we have got, we are very much proud of that. But sometimes when these kind of situations comes, then we are not able to do anything in this world with our capabilities. These are the best times to take shelter of the Supreme Lord. So we should not be proud of our own capabilities. Whatever strength which we have got, whatever abilities which we have got, actually it's given by Krishna only. So নিজ বল চেষ্টা প্রতি ভরসা ছাড়িয়া তোমার ইচ্ছায় আছি নির্ভর করিয়া. We should be fully dependent on the will of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. Hare Hare.